Yesterday I went to Brussels to see the Odyssey. Why I went to Brussels is because that's only one of the cinemas where the original quality is shown for the Odyssey. It's because Christopher Nolan shot the entire movie in IMAX, and there are just a few cinemas worldwide that can show real IMAX with a really big screen. It's crazy how much bigger it is than the cinemas we have here in Breda. So I went to that movie and I was thinking, of course, I'm always thinking about things, and it hit me once again that there's one secret ingredient we all know exists. It's not something we can touch, but it's something we can feel, but it's not felt directly. It's felt indirectly and it shapes all of our experiences. What I'm talking about is time. And of course, there's a song by Hans Zimmer called Time in another amazing movie, Inception. But time is such an amazing tool, and why it hit me is because in the Odyssey there is a humongous use of time, not only within the story, but also in the storytelling. And when you combine those, it's something he did even better in Interstellar, I think. And what hit me is I was standing in line waiting to enter the cinema because I was in time, but the Belgium cinemas are almost never on time. So I was there waiting, and the people were inside still cleaning the room. And I was standing there and I saw almost no one grabbing their phones. And it felt for me like everybody, maybe they did it even on purpose. I don't believe that, but it was amazing. It felt like everybody was going in some kind of meditative state. And I believe that's what's happening in every movie that from Christopher Nolan. I don't see a lot of really long movies, but Christopher Nolan movies always take a long time, just like this episode, this video. But it's amazing because before the movie began, everybody was in a meditative state. Then we entered the cinema, take our seats, and everybody start eating all their popcorn and stuff like that, drinking all their sodas, and it's like there's still a lot of chaos, but all the pre-commercials came. Then thanks to Christopher Nolan, we saw the beginning of June 3. So for several minutes, people were watching a movie already in this immersive IMAX screen. It's almost as if it is virtual reality because there is no place I can watch and don't see a screen. It's amazing. And then the movie starts. And at the moment the movie started, almost everybody ate everything already. So it was very quiet. And then the movie started, and there's a gap in the storyline from 20 years. So that's an amazing thing because it stretches the mind, it stretches your experience because you have to time travel in your mind. But during the movie as well, it's pacing, of course, but also within the storytelling, there was a moment, one character, Odysseus, was talking to his wife, and in that moment he was talking to his wife, there were flashbacks 10 years ago. So in that moment of silence, of intimate conversation, there was delayed gratification in that moment. And within that moment, there were flashbacks he was talking about from 10 years ago. And that all combined in a scene that, I don't know, took 5 or 10 minutes. And it was so intimate, small, big and large, and time stretched as well. And for me, that's an experience you really have to feel and to understand that time and delayed gratification and doing things over and over and over again in time, or reaching for the same goal for a long period of time, is something very, very worthy. It's giving richness to your life. And for me as well, that's why I brought these two things. I already showed you the record of Hans Zimmer, because when you grab your phone and you play one song on Spotify and you're like, yeah, I don't like it, and you skip to the next one and you skip to the next one, and then you listen for it for 1 minute and then you skip to the next one, it's too easy. And there is no time, there is no delayed gratification for you to listen to the music. But if I want to listen to a record, there are several records in this. For example, part 1. And if I play part 1, I have to look with the needle, okay, where is LP1, okay, side A, where can I listen to Mission Impossible? Or side B, no, I want side B, I want to listen to Pearl Harbor. Another great movie, amazing movie. And when I want to listen to it, I have to find the right spot on the record to place the needle. I have to walk over there to do it physically. And then it starts playing. And then I'm going to my seat or just standing and listening to it. But because I have to, it takes time to put it on, I'm not going to skip. Because it's some kind of ritual that brings me to the point I can listen to the music Hans Zimmer produced and thought of, created with his whole orchestra, and then I can listen to it. And for me, that moment is much more enjoyable, it's much more rich of an experience than finding it on Spotify and searching for Pearl Harbor, Hans Zimmer, and start playing it, because that's fast. And I believe that if you think about injecting time in experiences of your life, you can enrich your experiences by adding time to it or deleting time. You have to pace yourself, because nowadays everything is available so fast that adding time is something you have to do yourself. Of course, there are several things in life that are just arranged for you by time. Like if you want to have bigger muscles, you have to train over time, disciplined, in a pattern, 3 times a week, 4 times a week, 5 times a week. You have to eat the right stuff, and then over time your muscles will grow. So in several things there is time added automatically. But a lot of experiences in our life are not rich anymore because time is lost. It's taken out of the equation, and that's not what life's supposed to be. Of course, I am happy a lot of things go much faster because I believe in growth, and I believe we can go to a really great future together. Now AI and robotics have this place in our society already, but in the near future it will have a bigger place in our society, and we have to start working together to make our lives better, of the whole world, of everybody on the world, and to make the planet better as well. That's my vision. But we have to think about, okay, where can we add time to our lives so our lives can have a more meaningful life. Passion is born out of effort times time. Because if you put in effort once, you don't have passion for the thing. But if you put in passion and effort and energy and sacrifice for over years, automatically passion is integrated in that experience. But without time, there is no passion. Never. You need time. We need time. We need to bring it more consciously into our existence. So I believe I will play time. I am now looking at this record, and it's the last one, the last song of the last record is Inception, Time. So I will start listening to it. It's the same thing with books. Now we can ask AI, okay, David Deutsch, tell me the beginning of infinity. Time, infinity, funny. Tell me the main lessons, and it will give it to you. But it's different when you read the book, when you are sitting down thinking about what David Deutsch is meaning, its intended thing. Because a lesson, if you got 10 lessons out of this book in front of you, you are never going to do anything with it. Maybe you combine all these lessons into one insight. You're like, yeah, that's a great insight, but there's no time added. Maybe 1 minute. And what happens is you forget about the lesson. You don't do anything with it. But if you read the book, taking notes, maybe even in the book, with pencil or with pen, doesn't matter. If you see it as a working thing, as you have to work for the insights you get out of the book, then you add time automatically, because if you have to work for something, there's effort. And when you add effort, you need to add time. It's combined. And then you start to learn the lessons in a better, more integrated way than when you ask AI to give you the 10 best lessons of the book. So reading books, listening to records, I believe it's something you have to choose for nowadays, because the fast living we have, the fast life we can have, is amazing. Because in that movie there are several scenes and several things. There's speed, there's pacing, and it's very, very quick all the time. And then suddenly it stops and it slows down immediately. And that gap between going fast all the time and slow down, very, very good, really slowing down, almost doing nothing, near doing nothing, that gives you a real richness of life. And that's what I want for you, to think about time and adding it as an ingredient for your life at the right moments, and to feel what it does to you. And you can add it everywhere. You can teach it your children. Okay, you can have an ice cream. We will go at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Now it's 11 o'clock. You have to wait 5 hours for an ice cream. Okay, if they are too young, it's not going to work. If they are a little bit older, it's going to work. Delayed gratification. Same in the bedroom with your partner. If you jump immediately on each other, there's no delayed gratification. What if you do this? Lay down next to each other, not against each other, with the gap between you and your partner. And you wait and you stare in each other's eyes. And you wait for 1 minute, or 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. Watch what happens when you come closer and closer and closer. And feel what it does with you if you do that. And then you touch each other. Try it for yourself. The same thing with reading a book. Okay, make coffee, jump on the couch, read a book. Or, okay, think about, okay, I'm going to read this book. I'm going to make this coffee for me. Smell the coffee. It's almost like do a mindful course. You must do that. That's you can name it tactical thinking if you think mindful is too soft. It's not soft. It's very hard. It's very difficult to be mindful. Make the coffee. Feel what it does with you. Smell the coffee. Take a sip of the coffee. Put it down. Then sit down. Think about, okay, I'm going to read David Deutsch, The Beginning of Infinity. Explanation that transformed the world. Okay, what does that mean for you? A book like this, it's intellectual property that's matured over time. That's what books are. A book is never written in 1 week. It can be written in 1 week, the text, the letters, everything, but the information, the data, it's like good wine or good whiskey. It takes time. So take your time when you start reading the book. Yeah, you can speed read if you want. I don't believe that's working very well, except when you combine it with using it as a workbook. That's amazing. So now I'm curious, what are your favorite things to do slowly? Is it taking a walk, or do you use walking as movement and you go fast but your thinking starts to slow down? Do you like to write with pen and paper? Do you like reading books, listening to records? Do you like sitting down in nature for 1 hour without anything? Do you like to have long conversations with your partner? What's your kind of thing to slow down and to be aware of time?